Is your ponytail a cat? Mine is a Jack Russell. Ever wonder why some girls have beautiful hair every day, every waking and sleeping moment? Well, me too. In this episode, I tell a tall tale of a dystopian world where effortless Rapunzels walk the face of this earth, banishing us mere mortals to hair purgatory. Listen on for the not-so-fairy-tale ending to our deepest, darkest insecurities. Hello, girls with long hair. I need to begin this podcast with a poll. Do you know someone who has never had a bad hair day? Especially if they have long hair? If you've attended exercise classes, traveled or hiked with such girls, I understand how you feel. I imagine spending the 2 minutes in the morning prepping your hair before you head out for a day of sporty activities isn't quite the glam-do expected of a hot dinner date. I mean, hair in a ponytail. How different can it look? Turns out, very. Apparently, some girls are natural glamazons whose ponytails are as friendly and obedient as, a cat, whereas my ponytail is more like a perpetually manic Jack Russell. If your ponytail has a mind of its own, you may observe the following. Stray hairs of various lengths that appear out of nowhere, sticking out of the sides of your ponytail in all directions. They are not baby hairs, just hairs that don't look like they ought to be there. It's really unfair because we know for sure that no one cuts our hair so that it all ends up with such different lengths. Yet, these hairs that stick out, one wouldn't exactly call it frizz, split ends, and not even damaged hair. These are actually perfectly innocent hairs belonging to you that are just unfortunately in the wrong place at absolutely the wrong time. To put it bluntly, these hairs, it almost feels like you are being maligned. Know how some of us girls feel self-conscious without makeup? Well, stray hairs like these are worse. You know exactly how to keep your hair in place on date night. But which girl has the photo shoot perfect ponytail when they are out exercising? Sadly, we all know someone who does, and they are the root cause of your hair anxieties. Which brings us to lesson number 4. Some girls with long hair have superpowers to keep their hair in place. Whatever they say about frizzy hair solutions does not make sense. When you are all hot and sweaty, how do you expect a perfect ponytail? I mean, shouldn't we be chiefly concerned with the hair elastic slipping off? By the way, have you experienced the catastrophe of losing your hair elastic in the middle of nowhere? If you thought it was bad, as I always felt was so, let me tell a story of the worst ever hair elastic nightmare that I've ever experienced. So, in my equestrian days, I learned that plaiting my hair gave me bonus points during the judging round for twinning with my horse. Just kidding. I learned that plaiting my hair was the most reasonable hairstyle for girls with long hair planning to spend a long, stressful session with their horse friends. If you have ever horsed around, you will know that ponytails under a helmet are prone to getting matted and stuck on the Velcro sides. Besides the fact that the ponytail has to be essentially way too low to be comfortable or feeling secure in order for it to fit under the helmet. So, plaiting my hair was a rational choice. So one fine day, out of the blue, my plait failed me in the worst possible way. No, I didn't fall off my high horse. My hair elastic did. In the middle of the arena, while I was mounted on a 2-meter-high gelding, my hair came undone because, guess what? The hair elastic had slipped off. This is a true catastrophe. Riding lessons are timed to the very minute. One ensures you arrive exactly 5 minutes earlier than the start of your 45-minute lesson to get ready. And when time is up, it is up. Simply put, you don't have the luxury of dismounting in the middle of the lesson searching for your lost hair elastic. Needless to say, you definitely don't ever let go of your reins to tie your hair while you are on your horse friend. Unless you are, well, harebrained. So anyway, I spent the next 40 minutes of my lesson with my long, straggly, unwashed morning hair disgustingly stuck to the nape of my neck, peeking out of my helmet in sweltering 35 degrees tropical weather and at near 100% humidity levels. My hair getting painfully snagged by the Velcro sides of my headgear with every single rise in the trot. And yet, I would have to pretend that I was perfectly comfortable. You must be wondering about that. Let me explain. Horses are very sensitive creatures. The school horses I was riding, they kind of get swapped out regularly, so you don't always ride the same horse. The issue here is that horses also read your emotions in a near godlike fashion. They can't see you, but they can certainly feel if you are irritated, uncomfortable in any way, and that is a surefire way for them to get on your nerves. You see, horses are prey animals, so when one works with them, one has to exert a sense of dominance, different from confidence or arrogance, but a sense of respectful boundaries that works both ways. You have to exert this through an orchestration of maneuvers that include your body language, physical skill or fitness, and also by exuding this aura that you are the boss, albeit a nice one. It's hard to explain, but if any of these go wrong, your horse friend, especially if he's not especially known to be Mr. Nice Guy, will try his horsest to rile you just to show you who's boss for the day. Phew, that was so exhausting just reliving the moment. Thankfully, I survived. What did you think about that? Is your ponytail a crazy Jack Russell like mine? Do you have your own hair nightmares you want to share? Do leave a comment in our Q&A segment to let me know. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, and do remember to check out our podcast website, www.needyhair.com, for episode recaps and more tips for girls with long hair.